guys, welcome to Winter Garden Coffee and Collab. I am Martha Krejci and I am here with Geoff and Brittany Anderson. Thank you for coming. They have Renala coaching. Now, tell us before we get into the elephant on the table, right? The Yeti and spaghetti on the table. Tell us before we get into that, what is Renala coaching? Like just do the high level, what is it? And then we're gonna get into some stuff.
Yeah, so Renala is a family impact company. So we work with families, helping them better understand each other, build stronger support systems, and create a vision, purpose, and values for their family.
Yeah.
And almost everything we do is facilitated through play. So I love that we're playing today.
Yeah.
And really just, we use Legos, we use art, we use storytelling, games, objects, scarves, all those kind of things too, because activating the body activates up to 80% of your brain. So it's super powerful. It gets every member of your family talking and connecting, and we know that connection is super important, especially in our culture tonight, culture right now.
Yeah. What was the number? Because whenever you said these numbers, they were staggering to me. So 80%, up to 80% of your brain is activated whenever you're doing this, right?
Yes, using both of your hands, yeah.
Yeah. And so what is the percentage that's activated whenever you're not? So when people are like, let's just talk it out, what percentage is actually activated then?
15, roughly 15%.
15%.
Yes.
So when people are like, listen, we're going to work this out, it's going to be fine or whatever, there's 15% of their brain that's actually involved in that. That's so wild.
Yes.
What made you even think of that? Usually I don't go down this road so quickly, but I'm so curious. What made you even think of doing this?
Yeah, I was a corporate facilitator for many years. I led a corporate facilitation practice. I worked a lot with government agencies, and so
children, government agencies, same, right?
And yeah, I did a lot of facilitation, but it was mostly talking. I mean, it was mostly talking through problems. We were using the sticky notes and moving around and things like that, but. And we would get far. We would get to a great place for them. And then when I started our business, we nearly went through a divorce in 2019, and we really wanted to help other families heal the way that we found, because we kind of made our own way. We charted our own path.
Yeah.
And building a vision, having a purpose, having values together is really what brought us together. And so, we create these systems and our guiding principles in our companies or our businesses. We have a vision, we have a purpose, we have our values. We don't think to create them for our family.
Right.
And so as I started creating this and just iterating and changing and discovering new things, I discovered the power of Lego serious play. I got certified in that a couple years ago and started using that. And it's such a powerful tool. It gets you so much further, so much faster than just plastering stickies up on a wall or, doing facilitating the way that most people facilitate.
Yeah.
And so, giving families that support, it's not just key in engaging children in the process. It's actually because of the 80% of the brain being activated makes it so much more powerful.
That's amazing. And I love Legos anyway. So whenever it's like, okay, so we get to play with Legos and then we're going to accomplish things and get things happening. Okay, well now we're going to play with the Yeti and spaghetti. Now, have you ever played Yeti and spaghetti? Okay, so you're familiar.
Yes.
So I will let you guys take the first noodles, so to speak. And then I'm just going to be asking you questions as we're all taking noodles. So whoever wants to start.
Go first.
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh, man. He was such a gentleman about it, though. He's like, you could have the first noodle. Yeah.
This one's too easy.
That is easy, but go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do an easy one, too.
Oh, I'm going to take... Oh, it's my turn.
No,
hang on.
Don't forget
I still
Martha.
get to... This one's standing up. Whoops. Don't knock him off right away. Okay, so...
Keep going.
Here we go. This is a wild card question. I'm jumping right into it.
Check this out.
You only have 10 minutes during the Family Vision Challenge. What's your boldest one sentence epiphany prompt that snaps families out of overwhelm and into presence. Bonus, wrap it in a Disney reference for extra zest.
Disney what?
Wrap it in a Disney reference for extra zest. Bonus
oh boy.
points. You're like, that is a long.
Yeah, that's a lot. The yeah.
Let's repeat the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was so focused on yes.
You only have, yeah. You only have, well, while we're doing that, I'm cheating because I started one and realized I didn't commit to a noodle. It started
gotcha.
moving and then
yeah.
I took it. I know you're supposed to commit. You only have 10 minutes during the Family Vision Challenge. What's your boldest one sentence epiphany prompt that snaps families out of overwhelm and into presence? Let's just say that. What's like one sentence that would snap a family out of overwhelm and into like, here we are right now?
I think it's our tagline. Our tagline for the company is world-changing leadership begins at home, which is kind of a new way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
So you're kind of what we came up with during the course of our.
I'm sorry.
He's moving.
Like not breathing right now.
You got it. You
I'm
can
sorry.
do it.
No, this is important. I need to hear. I'm gonna focus on him in a second.
Here, we should like move this and just move it over a little bit.
You know, I was with Andy at Big Boards from Big Boards Catering.
Yeah.
I was with him at that event that I saw you at not too long ago down the street. Well, no, down Plant Street.
Healthy West
And-
March, yeah.
Yes, thank you. We were doing Jenga. It was the massive Jenga. Andy kept. It was like it was falling, but he would hold it and push it back. And I'm like, you can't do that. But that's what I want to do with this guy. Okay, here, we're just going to rip off the Band-Aid. Okay,
Stay.
all right.
My turn now.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, so I mean, what I would add to what he's said is,
Oh, no,
you know, I mean, it's hard to say a specific question because every family is different, and we've all done a lot of work leading up to that point where we get to vision. The vision is kind of that last step.
Yeah,
And so, our belief is you can't, developing a vision is harder if you don't first understand who you are.
100%.
So we've
Yes.
done that work with a family up to that point of really understanding who they are. So identity, strengths, needs, building that strong support system first, and then how that filters into who are we as individuals, and then how does that pour into who are we as a family.
Yes, I love that.
And so I liken it, I guess if you're looking for the Disney reference, we often liken it to The Incredibles.
Oh, The Incredibles.
Because
We were
what
just
we
talking
love
about
about The Incredibles is they each have their own superpower.
Yeah.
They're all different. And we do a lot of work with Clifton Strengths as well. And so helping families build, understand each other through the lens of their strengths, the likelihood you share your top 5 strengths in the same order as someone else is 1 in 33 million.
Yeah.
So your kids are different from you. We're certainly different from each other.
Yes.
And so understanding that is really powerful in creating this shared vision, because again, the Incredibles are all different,
Yeah.
but they have a shared vision, they have a shared mission and
Yes.
set of values together that allow them to save the world. So
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they can
so-
feel like a team. So the overwhelm happens, would you say, whenever people they just have unrealistic expectations on the person in front of them, being their kid or their spouse or whatever, and they're treating everybody like they are themselves instead of who they are. But I love how you guys, like, you set up the vision and the mission, and then it takes different types to be able to accomplish the goal. So then your family just becomes a team. Yeah.
absolutely.
That's just so fun. I love it.
yes.
Yay.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're going to ask them a question, I mean, oftentimes we're building it in Lego or we're doing some other exercise. But if it's a question, it might be something like our family exists to, or, some other question prompt like that. That makes it really simple.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love
so
that.
We've usually done some work on values as well. We use storytelling. So we have a bunch of cards that have different movies on them, some of the top movies, and we'll have them pick their favorite movies.
Okay.
And talk about, okay, what's my favorite character? what do they stand for? And that's a good way of identifying their values.
Yeah.
And so,
that's
yeah,
cool.
so that's kind of pouring
That's very
into.
cool.
So it feels like if they're usually not stuck by the time we get to that kind of last step of
Yeah.
vision, because they've done so much work up to that point.
I love it.
Yeah.
Do you want to, because you and I talked about, I don't know if you want to get into this, and we're recording, but you and I talked about like the trajectory of where you see this going. Remember when I was like, big
boy.
picture, what do you see like this potentially growing into and becoming? Do you want to talk about that in a documented fashion as
Yeah.
I'm asking you right now? Okay, go ahead and tell us that, because when you said that, I was like, that families will want that over themed resorts any day of the week, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you want to share a little bit? You have some big ideas.
Oh, big ideas.
Big.
Yeah, I think this started off as the family, and to kind of go with what, even the Incredibles thing, I think us as humans, we always want to find our purpose in something. And unfortunately, I think all of us, and I'm guilty of it, Brittany's guilty of it, at some form found our purpose in what we do and in our work.
Yeah.
While that's true, and part of that's true, that doesn't, it unfortunately sometimes alienates the family.
Yeah.
So part of our mission is to combine the two.
Yeah.
Whereas like your family is the root, the blueprint, and everything else, in order to then solve all the things there and then go out into society and find your, expand your purpose from there. But it's all rooted in your, as we would say with Renala, rooted in the tree of that. So, and you can see that in the Incredibles film, right? So they were trying to all do their individual things, but when they came together as a family, they were able to do much more incredible things. Where do we want to go? Oh man, I wanted to buy the Winter Garden Theater downtown. At one point, when that thing was, we moved into town about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And that thing was for sale, and I was like, gold mine, let's buy it, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea what I wanted to do with it, but I grew up with my mom loving movies and just love movies. That's why we do movies as a theme when we're helping families and everything else. But so I wanted to buy that. I just heard that the hotel,
I don't know that that's ever going to happen, but
I heard the hotel went like, is the Edgewater is like now under or whatever. And there's no like hotel around here, but we had always thought about like, what if we had like a Renala hotel that hosted families in order to have like an escape to work on this framework and then, go from there. So it's like a rescue mission type. I don't know what that looks like or whatever. And then doing themed cruises in the Caribbean or whatever, to have like a workshops that's on a boat and then go have fun because you're built in with the Fun Week or whatever. So those are some highlights.
There's so much fun in that.
many ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, kind of near term too, where we've been thinking about, we've been working directly with families up to this point, but we have a book coming out in October called Living Room Leadership.
Yes.
And we've created kind of this whole framework for helping companies, nonprofits, help their staff with the tools that we've created. And so getting this into companies and nonprofits and organizations as well to kind of support their staff, whether it's an employee benefit or some other, working with their leaders, how, on their home life and helping and supporting them that way.
Yeah, a
as well.
sustainability
So,
pillar,
yeah,
which everybody's,
exactly.
yeah. I
So
love it.
The family is so important. And like Geoff said, leadership begins at home. So
Yeah.
you can't lead well at work if you're not first knowing how to lead your family well. And the way that you lead well at home spills over into leading more powerfully at work. If I understand my children's strengths at home, I know how to activate my team strengths in the workplace.
Exactly.
It's so much easier to start and practice it at home than it is trying to learn it in the workplace.
Yeah.
So
I love that. I hate to say this to you. It's your turn.
okay.
And he's
Looking a
very
little...
he's in a compromised position right now.
Am I supposed to go over here, or can I just
I don't
take
think there's a
anything?
supposed to. I think if you've got an easy shot, take it.
All right, I'm doing it.
Okay, so let's see here. Was there ever a retreat, coaching session, or even an email from a client that made you two realize you were healing something inside of yourselves too? And what did that look like?
Yeah,
I'm
I
taking the easy one.
feel like we had an experience a couple years ago. I won't get into the details
Yeah,
because
sure.
it's very specific.
We
and
just
you
need
might
their name
know
and
who
social,
the person
so.
is, but we had an experience a couple years ago, and military family as well. Very just kind of stumbled on each other, and she was very much a reflection of me at the time that we were going through our stuff. And I think, if they weren't in the military anymore at the time, he was retired. But yeah, it was just, and she's still a client, actively a client. We're working with their family now.
Yeah.
And so that's been a really powerful,
Yeah.
because we haven't worked with any other military families besides this
Yeah.
one. It's a passion we have. We definitely want to work with more.
Yeah.
But yeah, being able to pour into them some of the things that we were learning and how we were growing through,
Yeah.
and being maybe 10 steps ahead of where they were,
Yep.
so that we could be that guide for them was really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you so when you think of like wanting to work with or potentially, but I mean, I feel like you guys will work with military families, who would you choose as the first version, active duty or when they come home? Because those are two different kind of dilemmas, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you mean when they retire?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I mean. I'm sorry. Yes.
A little bit of both, I would say. I mean,
Yeah.
both have very unique challenges. I mean, he just retired last year, and it has not been an easy transition by
Yeah.
any stretch. I think,
I bet.
especially, and maybe you can talk about that. I don't want to speak for you, but
Yeah.
Active duty, guard, reserve. I mean, whatever capacity that they're serving, and then obviously the tail end of that when all that is not happening anymore. It's like my cousin said. It's tough getting out from the military because you think that you're so much a part of the institution, and especially if you went for a long time, and you feel like I can't leave, I can't do this. As my cousin, he's retired Marines, would say, like the Marine Corps or the Air Force is like a downhill choo-choo train, and at some point you got to hop off, but it's still going to go and whatever, and they're going to remember you, and the things that you poured into it are great, but it's still going to keep going.
Yeah.
But for what us, the military has airmen and family readiness centers. That's the Air Force version. Each service has their own thing. I think pouring into that entity is a component, and that one helps families with scholarship opportunities, getting off active duty, coming on active duty. Helps airmen that are just doing a couple of years, part of their 4-year service and getting off. That would be a great segue for us to get involved in that transition, and wherever they would want to help us. For us to help them fill into that.
Yeah. I feel like this is a big, because we have all the, I mean, those that are paying any attention at all know that the transition out of the services is not an easy transition, mentally, emotionally, just in so many different ways. And I can't even understand because I don't have firsthand knowledge. So I'm not going to pretend to even understand, right? But I've heard and I know people that it's been a very tough situation for. And I feel like what you guys bring to the table is just such a blessing for those people, because it's an identity thing. From what I hear, it's an identity thing. And then it's a sort of being cut off, like feeling alone, even if there's a bunch of people around you, like still feeling alone is what I've heard. And I feel like this level of communication with the people around you is life-changing for those people. Like I'm like excited for you guys to do that. So like, I'm just here cheering for you.
yeah, thank you.
Part of
Yeah.
the strengths work that we do and kind of unlock and take a next level. I mean, that's a nice way of figuring out who we are individually and what is our core, core genius, and then the things that we're talented on or whatever. And I think we're people getting out of the military, whether it's active duty, guard, reserve, at whatever timetable they did. The things they struggle with in society is like, well, how do my skills that I did in the military translate to society? Right. And there's a lot of programs out there that are trying desperately to correlate those two into businesses, and not just for a service member to go directly into a defense contracting position, but how does what I did leading this group of people in this area, how does that translate to doing something that, this person really wanted to do that's completely different, and not they're just getting sidelocked into just doing the same thing. I think by doing the strengths thing and unlocking that, maybe it will kind of demystify that, the service member not just thrusted into doing what they did before, and they can really do other things. And those other things could be really special, but it's how do you translate that? So maybe this will be the gap to translating it.
And yeah, I mean,
Love
doing
it.
that work inside the family is even more powerful because we liken it to holding up your family as a mirror for you.
Yeah.
When you're looking in a mirror, you only see one dimension of yourself. And a coach or a teacher or a therapist, they can help you see other dimensions, but they're only with you an hour a week, if that.
Right.
And so that's why equipping the family to be that support system for you to help you see all dimensions at any time that you need that kind of support. That's what's super powerful. And so
I
that's
love
what
it.
we aim to unlock in the family as well.
My daughter helps me see the nerd in me. She shows me.
Yes.
She shows me. She does
We
some
love
of my
nerds.
editing on my stuff, and she just did it yesterday, where we do we've just started doing daily vlogs, right? Which I didn't even
fun.
understand how to do before, but now I kind of understand. Anyway, I record the stuff, and then she kind of puts it together. And so the first thing that she did is she cut off 4 minutes of mommy just blabbering, is what she said. And then, and I'm like, you're not wrong though. And then the second part of it was that I was talking in the car and doing whatever. And then in part of it, I'm just kind of rubbing my, and she was like, hang on, almost done. And then she goes into it and she zooms in to this part. So I just look totally ridiculous. And I'm like, she keeps me humble,
Yep.
right?
Oh, for sure.
She's like, you look ridiculous. And let me make sure everybody sees it. I love it. I love kids.
Yes, they're the best.
They are the best. They really are the best.
Is it your turn?
Okay, this is the last question.
Yeah.
So if your relationship had a slogan, like a cheesy commercial tagline from the 90s, but it was shockingly accurate, what would it be? So these questions are very long. Cheesy slogan. Cheesy slogan for your guys' relationship. Oh, it's your turn.
We always laugh about that cheesy call sign or whatever.
No, I was thinking the same thing, but
Let's not say that. No.
You don't want to see it? I think that means you have to
it's
say it,
not
but you
us.
don't.
It's not us.
Oh, okay.
It's like a cheesy slogan. Because he flew Air Force One, and so there was a presidential debate a few years ago where they were asking the presidential candidates what their call sign would be. And,
Oh, yeah.
what was it? Rand Paul said, "Justice never sleeps" or something. And we were like, "That is so stupid."
Like something like the Blue Falcon would say with the Scooby-Doo cartoon or whatever. We always laugh at that.
Just instantly go there because we were like, "That is the cheesiest thing I've ever heard anybody say."
My goodness.
And he didn't win, so
I'll never forget. Speaking of presidential stuff, can we just real quick? I'll never forget. It sticks in the crawls of my memory, just so I can have a smile every once and again. Do you remember? It must have been 2000. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the first time Trump ran, and they had that where they were all debating, and there were 6 of them or something. And then somebody was standing there, and wasn't it Jeb Bush was standing and wouldn't walk down the walkway? Do you guys remember this?
yes. Mhm.
He would, and people are just walking around him somebody who stood.
I think it was Jeb Bush, yeah.
Somebody stood next to him, just stood next to him for a while. And can you imagine what the videographer is doing? Is somebody gonna walk out? He's just standing in the walkway. Trump walks by him and he just looks at him and he's like, and he just keeps walking. I'm like, what is happening right now? I'm sorry. I just remember that clip in my mind.
Yeah.
If I'm ever having a rough day.
Right. Yeah, I think it might have been. Yeah.
What's that?
It might have been that same debate we're talking about. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
We have to give
We
a clip
lived in
of
DC
that.
for combined 12 years, so our minds just naturally go that way, go that
That's
place.
crazy.
I think. But
So what?
yeah,
I'm sure
cheesy
everybody
slogan.
asks you.
Cheesy slogan.
Cheesy slogan. Yes. Yeah.
I'll do this while you come up with the cheesy slogan.
Oh,
I'm counting
he
on you for
deferred.
this
That
one.
was
He's
smart.
It's your turn.
Is it my turn? Okay.
He's like, I can't even do
he's
that.
he's my move.
Oops.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay.
he's
I'm gonna
not
take
down.
this
He ain't down. He's
one.
leaning. He's not down. He's still not
he's
down.
He's hanging on by a
Yeah. By
noodle.
literally a noodle.
I don't know.
Yeah, cheesy slogan.
We can just go to another one. Let's just choose a different.
Yeah.
We'll think about it here.
Okay, that
'Cause I want it
sounds
to- I want
good.
it to be funny.
Ha. Well, let me just ask this. It's Air Force One question. It's probably the question everybody always asks. Like, what was it like to fly the Air Force One? Like, everybody, because she said it in passing, and everybody's like, I would like to. Can we go back to that? So, what was it like to fly the Air Force? And how often did you fly? And was it like the drop of a hat? Oh, we're going here, and you're like, shoot, okay, I was in for the night, but I guess we're leaving now.
Yeah, it's a little surreal to think that that's what we did. All right, I didn't enter my career at one point being a pilot, think that was what I was going to do. My first assignment was in DC at the same base that we ended up flying this, so I'd see it on the ramp all the time flying. We met and married there, and then went off and flew other things and came back. Coming back to that area, I was like, well, I'll apply to this unit. The unit is a big unit overall that flies Air Force Two, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of State, and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and other cabinet level secretaries and generals or whatever. So you kind of start off in that realm. So I flew Air Force Two for 2 years.
Okay.
But it was a job where I had to apply for and then go through a whole interview process, which was 3 days, and I luckily got selected, which was great. So it got us back to DC, which was my internal goal the whole time. Was like I pulled her from DC, where she was a prominent journalist and covered Capitol Hill government stuff and everything, and we go to the West Coast, and it was like tears coming down for both of us, like, oh, we met and married there, and I'm pulling her away from all that. So how do I get back? That was kind of the goal. So that was a way to get back, and luckily I got selected to do Air Force Two. So I flew Biden as vice president for a little bit before they changed office, then Pence. But and then luckily I just did my thing and professionally flew, studied, and did my we're all officers too. And then I got selected to fly the big guy, which was crazy. It's hard to describe because it's just like you just don't believe it. But it was very humbling, very rewarding. And the Air Force One family, as we call it, it's the Presidential Airlift Group. So they're a part of the 89th Airlift Wing, and we're a big family. I'm very blessed to be in that unit, especially during the time that we're not going through a very good time. But I couldn't have been in a better place as a family. It almost brings some tears in my eyes, because not only just the pilots that I was surrounded, but just everyone. All of the crew positions, officer enlisted, and our maintainers. We're a huge family. So I was very, very humble and blessed to be a part of that. I'm still talking with them today. Just texting with them today. To fly it, yeah, you're always kind of on a ready status type thing. It's not like they're going to call you and fly, but you never know. I've been a part of many interesting trips and missions. A lot going on in the news right now with overseas and China and everything else. I think they were meeting, but I was there at all the Kim Jong-un summits with Trump. And then with Biden, I think a culmination of everything that I had done in the unit and all of us have done was very memorable for me. Was when he did the secret trip to Ukraine, and just all the behind the scenes that we did for all that. And it was at a time that we were very much on the healthy side, and Renala was coming. So I was able to turn to her as like, I'm going to be pretty busy right now for certain things. And she's like, okay, got it. And then all of a sudden, like poof, one day this happened. And I was like, well, that was what's going on,
Yeah.
He just left, and he's like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. I can't tell you where I'm going. Yeah.
So it was
Happened
neat.
a few times.
So we're on the precipice of history all the time whenever we fly, but you think less about that when you're actually flying in the jet, whether you're on the jet or on the backup jet, but still part of the mission as a whole. You're around your friends, and you're just making it happen. So our goal is to serve the office of the president under the White House Military Office, and all of the different facets that go into that mission, not just the Air Force, but the Marines, the Army, the Navy, and the Coast Guard, all of them coming together. It's pretty neat to be a part of.
Awesome. It's so just what a wild life you guys have had. So let's let them know. So in the show notes and in the captions and everything, there's going to be all the links to get to your stuff. But what's the next big thing that is coming up? Because this will probably be released in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
So what is the next big thing coming up that you want people to know about?
Yeah, I alluded to it earlier, but yeah, we have a book coming out on October 14th. It's called Living Room Leadership, and it's a blueprint for building a family culture of vision, growth, and connection. So
I love it.
Talks a little bit about our story, our journey, but it's really a nine chapters of here's how to implement the work that we do with families inside your family. So kind of DIYing it. And so, understanding your individual identity, strengths, needs, building a vision, purpose, values, and then creating systems, making commitments as a family to all of that, and playing your way through to deeper connection. So that's coming out October 14th. We're speaking at a conference in Nashville called Story, launching the book on stage, doing a book party after in the Symphony Center courtyard. So all the exciting things happening, and we're super excited.
So surreal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yes.
to go from, and then we'll wrap, but to go from having having the marital problems, which everybody has. The only people that actually grow through it are the ones that choose to, right? So to go from that to then fixing it, to then creating a program to help other families to fix it, to now being in launch mode and having all of these cool things happening, like it's just got to feel like a level of surreal.
Yeah.
That is just like, it's because it's so impact driven, you know? When you're like, you know that you're helping other people, but like this thing is becoming big, like it's just so exciting. Do you guys realize this is who is in your backyard right now? Like these people are in your backyard right now. So make sure you grab the book. Thank you for meeting with me. We should do this again sometime.
Yeah,
This would be a
would
whole
love
lot
it.
of fun.
Yeah.
After the book comes out, we'll bring the book and we'll talk about the book.
Yeah,
we'll have
would
it
love
right
that.
here.
And we'll bring some Legos to play with next time. too.
Legos,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, cool. Well, I will see you guys next time, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.